welcome to All Red. It's Liverpool versus Manchester City in what is going to be a very, very juicy match. This is going to be all eyes on Liverpool versus City at the weekend, and Liverpool come into this one red hot, and Manchester City come into this one versus Liverpool not so red hot. Very cold, actually. Blue cold, if you will. So let's break it all down, because this is the channel that is all Liverpool. All the time, it's all red. Please hit that like button, consider subscribing as we continue to build the best LFG channel in the world. Okay, let's jump right in here. We've got some big decisions to make. Because there's a lot going on. And there's a lot going on after Liverpool have just beaten Real Madrid 2-0. City are down bad, man. Oh my goodness, are they down bad. And oh, is it so beautiful. It's just absolutely beautiful. We just love it so much. All right, I'm going to start off with a little Queeve and Kelleher. Now, I think Alisson's back in training, but can you really take Queeve and Kelleher out? I know Alisson's, one of the best goalkeepers to ever do it, but I think there is a lot to be said about how Queeve and Kelleher has really grown into this role. I think one thing that Alisson, well, not one, but one major thing that I think Alisson probably brings a little bit more to is Alisson can distribute, and Kelleher not quite as much. So there might be a case to see Alisson come out, but honestly, Kelleher has been brilliant, absolutely brilliant, saving the Mbappe penalty. And just really not doing a whole lot wrong. He hasn't had to do a whole lot, but when he has been called into action, he's been brilliant. So I say, let's slow roll Alisson in, maybe after this City match, if he really is fit. But Kelleher for me just needs to stay in there. Okay, Van Dijk and Gomez as the center backs here. I've got a little Konate down there in the green, because if he is fit, which I just don't know that he will be, I hope so. I mean, we saw him come straight away back into the team after that apparent hand injury that really wasn't anything serious. So maybe there's something there where Konate can come back and play. This would be a massive weakness for Liverpool if Konate is not able to go against Manchester City, going up against the likes of Erling Haaland. I just don't feel comfortable with Gomez or Kwanzaa in there. I think both could do a job up against him, but I'd much rather see Ibrahim Konate in there. So I hope he's okay. We don't know yet. So anyways, let's continue on. I think Andy Robertson played okay against Madrid. Of course, he gave up the penalty and had a couple other mistakes, but overall, he looked better, much better than the Southampton match, because he couldn't have looked much worse. But I think Robertson starts here. And I think just the history, Robertson's seen City quite a bit. So there's history there. And I think if Trent is healthy, he's got to come back in, because I think Connor Bradley now has an injury. It looked like maybe a hamstring injury. We're not sure what's going on with Connor Bradley yet. But we've got a delicious midfield once again. Grav and Mac Allister, these two against Madrid were unstoppable. They were unplayable. They were absolutely incredible, and they've got to start against Manchester City. We know Mac Allister is going to be suspended for the next Champions League fixture, so he should be playing in these Premier League fixtures, as he will get a rest when I think we play Girona, is it? Is that how you say it? Girona? I got to look that up. But Mac Allister, Gravenberg, cannot wait to see what these guys do against Manchester City's depleted midfield. And then you've got to keep Curtis Jones in, guys, because Curtis Jones has been absolutely incredible. I think he's been one of our best midfielders since he came back from injury, and he has pretty much solidified his place in there, and kind of pushed Szoboszlai out, which I think is the right decision, because Jones has been playing mucho mejor. That's much better in Spanish. All right, what is our front three going to be? Well, it's going to be the same as the front three for Madrid. I could see maybe Cody Gakpo coming in straight away, but I like Cody Gakpo in coming off the bench, especially especially if, I don't think Pep is going to start Kyle Walker. I just can't believe that he would. But if he does, having, some fresh legs come up against Kyle Walker would be absolutely delicious. But I thought these three were actually probably the three players that did the least against Madrid. Obviously, we know that Salah missed the penalty, but outside of that, even the front three were pretty kind of poor. Salah didn't play super well. Darwin, I thought, here's what I loved about Darwin Núñez, and this is why I want him to start against Manchester City. Darwin Núñez didn't score, he didn't assist. But Darwin Núñez set the tone right away in that game versus Madrid. And the tone was, you are in our house, you're going to play by our rules, and if you try anything stupid, I'm going to come after you. I'm going to come get you. And that's what Darwin did. And I thought he did a really good job with that early on in the game to really lay his foot down and say, not today, my friends. Luis Diaz is just kind of a wild card at this point. You don't really know what you're going to get out of him. Maybe it's a hat trick, or maybe it's a game where you just can't really do a whole lot right. But I think these three will start. And I think these are the three preferred at the moment for Arne Slot up top. So now I'm going to go with a score prediction. Well, I could see, this is going to be at the Etihad, which we know they just got absolutely demolished by Spurs last weekend, 4-0. But I think City are going to score 1. But I think Liverpool are going to score 3, at least, because this Manchester City team right now, they are leaking goals. They let in 3 against Feyenoord, which was absolutely delicious. Thank you, Feyenoord. By the way, guys, Feyenoord is great. I mean, did you guys see that clip where the Feyenoord fans after the match, the 3-3 draw with City, were singing the Arne Slot song, Arne Slot, la 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 la, and then they were singing You'll Never Walk Alone. We gotta love those Feyenoord fans. Well done. Thanks for your coach. He's been absolutely fantastic. So 3-1, I'm going 3-1 for the Reds. Let me know what you think in the comments. How you feeling about this one? I want to put this out there that I am not going into this one expecting Liverpool to 100% win this. Okay, it's still Manchester City. At some point, I think we all expect them to kind of snap out of this little funk they're in. We hope that they don't, but you just never know when that match is going to come. And we hope that Liverpool can continue the misery for Pep and his boys. We hope that, Liverpool can just cruise in this one. But it's another Premier League match. City are down, but you just never know what you're going to get. And so up the Reds, of course, and hopefully we are up to 11 points clear.
Yeah, of course.